everybody, this is Ross with Expresso, and today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to ride, compete, and win in the upcoming Fall Frenzy tournament. Last year we had about 150 teams. This year we're going to have almost 200 competing on their Expresso bikes all at the same time. At times it's going to get tough. Your legs are going to burn. You might even want to scream, like this gentleman from Houghton. But in the end, this tournament is all about getting involved and having fun, like St. Mary's did back when they won it in 2015. So let's take a quick look at how the tournament works and see how you can get the most out of it on your campus. And for that, let's hop on over to the internet.
All right, I've got my browser open on my computer, but of course you can do this from your phone too. What you're going to want to do is go to expresso.com/fallfrenzy. This page has everything you need to know about the tournament. At the top of the page is the prize bar. If I sign in and I've ridden in the tournament, this will show me how many lottery tickets I've earned towards winning that $500. If I'm not signed in, it'll just give me a little bit of information on what to do in order to participate. Below that, you're going to have the actual tournament bracket. Right now, this is showing you all the teams participating in the qualifiers. After the qualifiers, you'll see the top 16 teams move on and advance in the tournament, and their names will appear in the bracket all the way through to the championship. Below that, you're going to actually have the live standings throughout any of the given rounds of the tournament. Right now, we've got all the teams here listed that are going to be competing in the qualifiers. Once the Super 16 happens, you'll see those teams here, the Electricate, the Fearsome Four, and then finally the championship. And on the left here, you'll actually see a tab for the rules. We'll get into this in a minute, but this has all of the information, the media kit, everything, all the assets that we've provided for you to help you promote this event on campus. And then below that is the all-tournament team. In addition to rewarding the top teams and having the lottery prize, we also are going to recognize the top 25 riders in this tournament who ride the most miles overall. And that will be listed here once tournament play begins. So let's take a minute and let's dive into the official rules. So the tournament rules are pretty simple. You're going to want to ride as many miles as you can every Wednesday and Thursday for 5 weeks, starting with the qualifiers. Every round is going to be 48 hours, and they will start and end at midnight Eastern time. Now, the qualifiers are actually a little bit different than the rest of the tournament. In the qualifiers, all teams with Expresso bikes are encouraged to participate. The top 16 teams will move forward in the tournament and be seeded accordingly. After that, the matchups will be head-to-head play, with the team that rides the most miles advancing into the next round of the tournament. So we have prizes for both individual riders and the winning team. On the rider side, the big prize is the $500 lottery. And the way that works is for every 10 miles that your riders ride, they will earn a ticket. At the end of the tournament, we will draw one lucky winner, and we will reach out to that winner to contact them. We'll also announce that on our Facebook page. In addition to the $500 lottery, we are going to recognize the top 25 riders as part of the all-tournament team, and we will send them t-shirts at the end of the event. Now, the cool thing about the all-tournament team is that your riders can continue riding even if your team doesn't make it on to the next round. So you can keep earning those lottery tickets, and you can keep your place in the all-tournament team even if your team doesn't necessarily advance. And then for the winning team, we have the coveted Golden Spokes Trophy. It's a giant gold wheel. It's very impressive, and the winning team will take that home at the end of the championship round. Registration. This is really important. Your riders do need to have a MyExpresso account, and they need to sign in to the bike when they ride in order for their rides to count towards their individual totals and your team totals. The good news is that creating a MyExpresso account is super easy. If you go to expresso.com, the website, you can just click that sign in button, and then right here there's a link to create an account. Give yourself a rider ID. We recommend using your phone number so you remember it, and then come up with a password. that's also numeric. Punch in the rest of this information. It takes about 5 seconds. Once you've done that, you can go right over to the bike, punch that same rider ID and password in, and all your miles will count towards your individual and your team totals. I just have a couple more important rules to point out for you under the fine print. The first one is that only the miles ridden on the roads will count. So stay away from the games, stay away from manual mode or pedal mode or training rides at this point in time. Stick to the roads. That's important. Second thing is you do need to complete your laps for your miles to count. So for example, if you start a 10-mile road, but you get 5 miles in and then stop, those miles won't count towards the tournament. You do need to cross the finish line of the lap you're on. That's when your miles will post for your individual and your team totals. Lastly, you do need to ride under your own ID, so there's no sharing of IDs or anything like that. That would be unfair for the individual standings, so you do need to make sure that you're riding under your own ID. These are the 3 big ones. Go ahead and read through this stuff. Make sure you understand the rest of it as well. But let's jump back over to the tournament page, and then we will dive into the media kit. The media kit, what's in here are some of the resources that we've given you to kickstart your marketing effort on campus. So here in the media kit, you're going to find posters, flyers, and graphics that you can print out or use in your digital campaigns. The first item here is the official rules, which we've already covered. The second item here, this is a flyer with the entire tournament bracket on it, which is a good promotional piece. We also have a flyer for you to use that talks about the lottery, the $500 lottery, which you can print out as well. There's also a poster size full bracket of the tournament, including all the teams, every team in the qualifiers that you can print out and then write in as the tournament progresses. And then there's a handful of digital items for you to use as well. We've included a tournament logo, which you can use as an email header if you like to communicate with your riders that way. Just a basic logo graphic here. We've got the logo graphic with the dates of the actual rounds of the tournament. There's a square promo that you can use with the tournament logo on there, and then there's an image for each round of the tournament as well, which is also a square. So qualifiers all the way up through the championship round in the tournament. And lastly, there's a nice flyer that pictures the golden spokes in full glory, which is of course the team prize for the champion. So lots of good stuff for you to use here in the media kit. And if I bounce back over to the tournament page for a second, we do also have a link here to Fall Frenzy t-shirts. These are the t-shirts that we've created. They are customizable by color, so you can pick whatever color you want before you order. Or if you don't like our shirts, feel free to come up with your own design, use the stuff that's in the media kit, whatever you want to do as long as you're having fun with it. So that's it for the online portion of this. Don't forget Expresso.com/fallfrenzy for all your tournament needs and resources.
So now that you understand how everything works, let's talk about some of the things that have worked best for getting people involved on campus. Number 1, make sure that if you have someone riding the Expresso bike that they have an account and that they're signed in. Number 2, recruit some people from other equipment and get them to try out the Expresso bike for their workout. Number 3, we've seen this work really well in the past. Invite some of the clubs on campus to ride in the Fall Frenzy. Cycling clubs, lacrosse teams, you name it. Number 4, figure out a way to show the tournament standings live near the bikes. If you have a computer, set that up so you can refresh the page, and you can also use that to sign people up. If you have a new bike, it's a little bit less of an issue. This is the new Expresso Go bike. Your riders can actually sign in or sign up directly from the bike here. No need for that computer. And the challenge standings, well, they'll be available right from the bike as well. Number 5, sign-up sheets. If you can, get people to say when they're going to come in and ride your bikes throughout the tournament. Number 6, social media. You can post about the tournament on social media. The people who are riding your bikes can post about it on social media as well. And don't forget to use the hashtag FallFrenzy so we can pick it up and share with the rest of the Expresso community. Number 7, rewards. Come up with a couple fun things to give away to your top riders or to people who hit a certain number of miles. So where should you set that reward threshold? A good rule of thumb is that an average rider will be able to complete about 15 to 20 miles in an hour. Number 8, and most importantly, have fun. This tournament is all about getting involved, getting engaged, getting a good sweat on. I'll see you in the frenzy.